Okay, Jason. James Parker, thanks for coming to see me for your evaluation today, mate. I appreciate it. Um, so what we're going to do, I'm going to send you a couple of videos just to illustrate the things that we talked about during the time we spent together on the range. The first one is going to be a down the line video. So we've got Charlie Wee up on the right side, and we've pulled him up because we want to model someone that draws the ball, right? So you're turning up today for your evaluation, slicing it. So we just want to pull someone up as a model, just to show you what the kind of the positions that we want to get into, the movement patterns, things like that. So setup wise, we talked a little bit about your posture. I like the fact that you've got, your upper back is nicely rounded out. What I did talk about as well was how your shoulders were. You can't really tell with your big jacket on, but your shoulders were a little bit open as well, right? So we talked about how to move that one back once we change the position of your hands on the handle, how you can pull your shoulders back as well. And then as we move through the swing, really good takeaway. Really like the way that your hands are moving inward, very similar to the pros. You can see how his arms moved inward, your arms moved inward. Club face is still a little closed, which kind of matches your spine angle. Really good takeaway. I like that a lot. And then then we saw, as we go up to the halfway back, how your hands are starting to move upwards. You can see how your hands are starting to now move upwards over that red line, the elbow plane line, whereas Charlie, we just kind of they're still going up. The hands are still going up, but they're not. His arms aren't lifting up off his torso, right? So you get it to the top, and you can see how your arms lift up off your torso. So we've got a lot of space underneath here, underneath your right arm, and also what we're looking at is how your arm doesn't match your shoulder plane. Okay, so you see Charlie Wee gets to the top, and the arm is somewhat similar to the shoulder plane, right? That keeps it on one plane. You also notice how there's very little space underneath his right armpit. Okay, so we've got to the top. Hands started to move inside on the takeaway, but then kind of lifted up. Your arms lifted up off your body to get to the top of the swing. From that position, you can see how coming down now, the hands and the club are coming down through the right shoulder. Whereas, if we get you in a better position, this is what we worked on during your golf lesson today, just those drills, we're keeping your arms more connected, how the club and your hands come down more through the middle of your right bicep coming down. So basically we want to get into a position at the top where we can then come down and attack the ball more from the inside, and the pattern that you're going to see is the club and the hands just kind of dissect the middle of your right bicep there, right? So it's over the top. You pointed that out straight away. You can see how then as we come down to P6, how the club head is now outside of your hands, and you watch the pros as they come down to P6, which is shaft parallel with the ground, how the club head stays slightly behind the hands. From there you can attack the ball just very fractionally on the inside, right? Whereas you're going to come down and you're just going to attack the ball just fractionally across it, right? So that's where your slice comes from. You're coming across the ball. We spoke a little bit about how you're keeping that right foot down as well. And all these things are the things that we're going to work on in your lessons, in the package that you bought today, going forward. So good turns through impact, right? And generally you find that with the guys that come across the ball, that their turns are pretty good, because you're coming across the ball, you're turning too much, right? So you look at your shoulders and hips there, but the big thing for me there is just how your right foot has stayed planted on the ground through impact, right? So moving forward, we would work on weight transfer, we would work on pressure transfer, we would get your hips more over your lead foot through impact, creating some right tilt in your upper spine, and all these. Don't forget, you've only been playing 4 months, so I don't want to. Throw a ton of information at you, so that you don't understand it. Let's keep it really simple to start with. Your hands lifting up off your body, your arms lifting up off your body. So let's keep your arms connected, and then that'll help you come down and attack the ball more from the inside. So that's pretty much what we want to cover from the down the line shot. I'm now going to shoot you over a face-on shot as well.